Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I hope you think about hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you're returning, welcome back. As you can see, I'm taking part in a collab that's Have Yourself a Merry Grinchmas. So, it's all about the Grinch. So we're going to get right into this, and I'll give you some more information about the collab in a minute. Okay, first of all, I took 3 pieces of wood. This was reclaimed wood off of my fence, and they are all cut the same. They are like a 1/4 inch, and they're 16 inches long. No, 14 inches long. And I'm painting 1 Waverly Crimson, 1 Folk Art Bright Green, and 1 Folk Art Adirondack White. Then I'm going to grab a large paint stir stick from Walmart, and I'm going to paint it completely the Adirondack White as well. Then we are going to work on the, as soon as I get this one done, then we'll work on the paint stir stick. So it's going to be pure white, and then I'm going to grab some painter's tape, and I'm going to put it on a diagonal, and I'm going to paint stripes with that crimson red to make it look kind of like it's candy cane, even though it's not, but just gonna look like it. So then I get a little crate from the Dollar Tree, and I paint it white as well. Now let's get to some information about this collab. It is a collaboration that myself and a bunch of other women do on the 20th of each month. Some of us don't do it every month, which I don't, but this month I decided to join in. And it's Have Yourself a Merry Grinchmas. Boy, I have a hard time with that. But these women, all their channel links is going to be in my description box so that you can go check them out, as well as the playlist. So let's get back into these projects. All right, so this is a bottle that I is painting this color that looks like a Grinch. It's like Irish from Folk Art. And I put 2 coats on this. Now I'm going to be going back and forth, so you'll see me work on it periodically while I'm doing the other ones. As you can see, I took this board, I painted it. I first put Mod Podge on it, and then I painted it that white Adirondack chalk paint. 2 coats on it to get it nice and pure white, and none of the dark color showing through. Then I'm taking the frame using antique wax from Waverly, and I'm brushing it on and then using a paper towel and wiping it back off. And it leaves a very beautiful wood grain frame, and I think it's just gorgeous. Okay, this is a lithium battery bright pad that I was sent from Amazon seller, and this pad is amazing. It is lights up 5 different brightnesses. It came with these little magnets, pencil sharpener, a eraser, as well as a charger, so you don't have to keep it plugged in. And it was already completely charged when I took it out of the box. It's got measurements on it and everything. Now I am going to show how I used it when I was weeding some Cricut stuff that I needed for these projects. It makes it easier to see what I need to weed having that light behind me. And this wasn't even the brightest. This was the lowest light. I really enjoy this bright light, or this light pad. I've been wanting something similar to this for a very long time, and I thoroughly enjoy it, and it's great quality, and I just love it. And I will have the link to this in my description box so you can check it out. And here I am just placing the words on letter by letter because I wanted it to be kind of offset, and so I didn't want to use my transfer tape, and it ended up looking really cute. Once I get all these words on all 3 of these, then I paint arrows on the end. Now if I had had arrow shaped pieces of wood, I wouldn't have to paint them, but since I didn't have them, I went ahead and painted them, and they turned it out just perfect. To weight this down, I put marbles down in the bottom, and then I'm using floral foam. I'm going to put Spanish moss on over the top of the floral foam, and then I'm just going to do some random greenage because I really don't want this to be like a beautiful Christmas arrangement, because this is about the Grinch. So I'm just using some random greenery and putting it down in that little box. And I hope you guys like this final reveal. It is so cute. All right, let's get to the next one. All right, we're back to that bottle, and I am painting the Grinch's face on this bottle. I wanted a bottle that was more, what's the word? yeah, all one diameter. I cannot think of the name. But hey, this works as well. And then after I'm done doing the face, I am cutting some fleece, red fleece, into a triangle, and I am making a little Santa's hat. I'm just gluing that seam together, and then I have some fur that I am cutting, and I cut from the back so that you don't have as much floaties, is what I would call it, or fur everywhere. So I'm going ahead and I'm gluing the hat on, and then I'm going to glue that brim around. And once this is all glued, I'm going to take the hat and fold it off to the side and glue it. And then I am going to, I was going to put a white pom-pom on the end, and I saw a green one. I didn't find a white one. I only found a big green one. So you know what? This is the Grinch. So I went ahead and just added the green one on. I thought that it would just, you know, finish it all out and it would be perfect. So I'm just pinching that on there. I kind of opened it up and pinched it. And then this project is finished. And I hope you guys like this reveal. I think he's just cute as can be. All right, now we're back to where the board was that I painted at the beginning. I used, how I showed you before, I used the antique wax. And I glued that frame onto this hardboard. Now this frame was a thrift item that a friend of mine was taking to the thrift store and gave to me before she took it to the thrift store. Now I printed out that Grinch face for this project. I guess I didn't measure good enough to be able to paint that size of a Grinch. And I figured that out right about now, because I start putting the words and I'm thinking I still had to put the time of day. So I took it, of course he was just a piece of paper, so I'm adding all of the words, and then what I'm going to do is use the picture to look at, to draw on to the to paint it. I'm first just using a pencil just to get my drawing down, and then I will freehand paint him on top of this picture, and he turns out to be a cute little Grinch. Now his face ended up being not quite as elongated as I wanted it to be, but it's still the Grinch and it still works. And I hope you guys really like this project. And also, and I said at the beginning, but don't forget to go check out my description box. Down there's going to be everybody's links as well as the playlist. And hey, think about hitting that subscribe button. That helps my channel grow, especially if you hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every single time I upload a video. As well as you can check out my other videos that I have. I have a lot of other Christmas ones, regular home decor, and other, of course, other holidays. But of course, you're not going to be looking up Easter during Christmas or 4th of July during Christmas. But they're there, and you can check them all out as you go. I really enjoy doing these videos, so please think about leaving me a thumbs up and leaving me a comment, because I absolutely love reading the comments and commenting back. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy this Grinchmas collaboration, and I hope to see you on the next one. And let's finish watching me paint this little Grinch, and I'll be right back. And now I'm starting with more of the detail work with around the rim, and now I'm doing the eyes, and then I'll come in with the black and finish up the details so that it actually looks like the Grinch and not someone else. So I'm just going around the whole hat as well as his face and putting on his features like his nose and his mouth, and so that he actually ends up looking like the Grinch. So I am a painter, and I don't always paint faces and stuff, and I don't usually copy other people's work, so he's not going to be the exact, because I don't want him to be exact. I want this to be Connie's artwork, not someone else's artwork. So he does look like the Grinch, but he looks like the Grinch the way someone other than the artist would have drawn or painted him. But I do really enjoy this. And also, don't forget, down in my description box will be the link to that light pad. That is an amazing light pad. I can't wait to really get into working with it. This was the first time I'd ever opened it up, and I had looked at it and used it, and I only used it for cropping. I mean, not cropping. Yeah, doing my Cricut work, but I plan on using it for a lot of other things. I don't usually trace a lot of stuff, but sometimes it just calls for it, so it's nice to have, especially if you're trying to trace something that you would I would normally take a photo of it, a copy of it, but I only have black and white, so in my printer, so I would prefer to draw it or to trace it, and then I could color it in with colored pencils or markers or whatever that I felt like using. So please don't forget to check that out. It's an awesome light pad. I remember back 30 years ago what light boxes were like. I had one, and it was the biggest pain to use that I only used it a few times, and I gave it away because it just wasn't user friendly enough for me, especially when I had small children and the light bulb was open. I mean, it was an actual light bulb. My kids wanted to reach in there and touch it. I had little tiny ones, and I just didn't want anyone getting burnt, so I gave it away to somebody who didn't have children and who needed one. So this light pad is amazing. And I like the fact that it doesn't have a light bulb. It is rechargeable, and it's just USB. So you just plug it in a little box and plug it up, and you have got a light pad that is completely charged up and ready to use. And it doesn't lose its charge, because when they charged it in the factory, and when they sent it to me, it had a full charge. So yeah, it doesn't lose its charge very easily. So that's a good thing as well. So I'm hoping you're enjoying this little Grinch, and I hope you enjoy everyone else's videos that does the Grinchmas. I think this is a cute theme. I've never done the Grinch before, so that's why I decided to go ahead and do it. Now I'm going over the whole thing with Mod Podge, and I go over all the other items as well. So I hope you guys really like these. I just think they're completely and totally stinking cute. Okay, guys, don't forget to call somebody. Tell them you love them today, because today that might be what they need to hear. As well as you guys have the most blessed week and Thanksgiving. And don't forget to be the Bible that somebody reads today. Bye.